Hey YouTube, it's turkey day. Which is better, a fried turkey or a baked turkey? Let's talk about it. Hey YouTube, Hill Country Husker. Appreciate you guys checking out my videos. Want to say thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate the comments. Please keep them coming. Just want to say thanks for that. So here's the debate. Fried turkey versus roasted turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. Let's talk about it. You may hear over here, I've got my turkey in the fryer. Just put it on. Here's the instructions for that real quick. To fry a turkey, it's 3 minutes per pound and then an additional 5 minutes. Now what we have today is a 12-pound bird. So that's going to be a total of 41 minutes cooked in the fryer in peanut oil for 41 minutes. If we were to roast this same size bird, a 12-pound bird, it would take anywhere from 2.5 hours to 3 hours, depending upon whether or not the bird was stuffed or not. Okay, so here's the pros and cons of each. There is a little more preparation for frying a turkey. You have to have a turkey fryer. You have to have the pot and the stand, little thing inside the pot that holds the bird up while you fry it. You have to have a hanger to dip it in and pull it out. You have to have a propane tank. You have to have the hose. So there's a little bit of equipment involved, but it's a one-time purchase. You buy it one time and you continue to use it. You can use it for crawfish boils, shrimp boils, a whole lot of other uses. But you do have to have the equipment. Okay. I suppose if you're roasting a turkey, you'd also have to have a big roasting pan. I know a lot of people buy those disposable aluminum ones, cook it once, and then toss it out. There is a little bit of expense with frying a turkey. You have to buy the peanut oil, and you have to use peanut oil because of its high temperature rating. What you're going to want to do is fry your bird at 350 degrees. Now you can't just use vegetable oil or canola oil at that temperature. Roasting a turkey is going to require you to turn on your oven inside the house. Now, if you live up north and it's snowing, really cold, that's probably not such a bad idea. Down here in South Texas, it doesn't really get that cold, usually, especially today's not. And you can see I'm out here and I'm really wearing more of a long sleeve shirt to protect myself from splashes from the grease, more so than I am from the cold. It's really not that cold. But anyway, when you're roasting a bird, you have to heat up your house, you have to fire up your oven for, like I said, up to 3 hours. Frying a turkey, you don't have to do that. When you roast a turkey, you have to keep basting it in order to keep it moist. Put it in a roasting bag and do all that. Frying a turkey, you don't have to. You get your grease, or your oil, I should say, up to temperature. You drop it in, you set the timer, and you just maintain the temperature. You're good to go in about 40-41 minutes for a 12-pound bird, like I said. When this thing comes out, it's going to be moist, it's going to be delicious. Now, we did prepare the bird just a little bit beforehand. We did inject it with some Cajun seasonings to give it just some more flavor, so it's not just a plain old turkey, but it's got a little bit more flavor to it. You don't have to, that's just a choice. You can make your own injection, so that might be another upfront purchase that you'd have to make, is buying an injection kit. They don't cost that much, pretty easy. And buying the rig, the fryer and all that. I think it's like $40. I think your peanut oil is going to run you about $35. So the upfront investment really isn't that bad. Let's talk about some of the safety concerns. I suppose when you're roasting a bird inside the house, you have a burn hazard. Kids running around the kitchen, everybody's moving around. The oven can get hot. When you're frying a bird, it is, I don't want to say extremely dangerous, because it's not. I've been doing it for years, and lots of people do every year for different reasons. But This is fry grease. It is fry oil. It is 350 degrees. It will fry. It is a fire hazard if you don't do it correctly. You need to prepare your bird correctly. You need to make sure that it is completely thawed, that it is not frozen, that it is dry before you pop it in the grease. And you don't pop it in the grease, you slowly let it down. Okay. So there is, there is some risk to it. I don't let the family come out when I'm doing this, around me. Kids aren't out here. Of course, they're all inside playing video games, so they could give a care less anyway. But, it does involve heat. It does involve hot oil. Just like when you're roasting a bird, it would involve turning on your oven, and you've got people moving around. You're cooking everything on the stove anyway, so there's hot and there's commotion. You got to be safe in both cases. Is this more dangerous than roasting? I don't think so. It just takes a little bit more precaution. You got to be a little bit more careful, and you got to watch the temperature. That's one thing you don't have to do, I guess, when you're roasting a bird, but you do have to baste it and do that stuff. When you're frying a bird, you just watch your temperature and keep it up at 350 degrees. It's pretty simple. And let me add also, whenever you are frying a turkey, you do want to do it outside. You do want to do it in an open area. You do not want to do this on your wooden deck. You do not want to do this in your garage. You do want to have a fire extinguisher nearby, just to be safe. I always have. I've never had to use it, but it's better to be safe. Now, you can roast your turkey inside without having those type of safety precautions, but you should always have a fire extinguisher. Anyway, main thing when you're frying your bird, do it outside. Do it in an open area. Don't do it in an enclosed area. Don't do it on near any wooden structure. I've got mine out here on a concrete pad in the open, and it's safe. So everybody, there's the discussion. Frying a turkey versus roasting a turkey. In my opinion, frying is the way to go. It takes less time, about 15 minutes to get the oil up to temperature, about 40 minutes to fry the bird. Within an hour, you can have Thanksgiving dinner, as opposed to roasting a bird, which can take up to 2.5 to 3 hours. So time savings there, I think that's a plus. A little bit more upfront investment. You got to buy your frying rig, you got to buy your oil, a little bit of money there. As opposed to roasting a bird, you just get one of those disposable roasting pans, pop it in the oven for 3 hours. I think it's worth it. I think the investment's worth it. And if you've fried a turkey before, I think you'll agree with me. And I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for watching. Just my thoughts, Hill Country Husker. God bless.